King dies. His eldest son. Dictators naming their countries be like Republic, Democratic Republic, People's Democratic Republic, People's Free Democratic Republic. Some guy in 1430, yo, I'm stuffing every organ back into the sheep's stomach and boiling it. All of Scotland. I'm skeptical that you could, yet intrigued that you may. You can elect anyone you want, as long as they aren't communist. Taiwan when America stops recognizing them. Dude, uncool. Movie is over 2 years old. Movie theaters in the 1920s, more like belongs in the trash. Catholic Church reforms in 1962. Martin Luther, too late 400 years too late. Me and my pagan home is reading Bible in pagan Roman Empire. 8,000 Ottoman troops. 120 Greek revolutionary Greeks. Not impressed. Egyptian hieroglyphics. Chinese ideograms. Ancient Mayan script. When you advanced 1 kilometer and only lost 7,000 men. No one. The Soviet Union in 1953. Stalin has left the online session. You can now eat again. Never thought I'd die fighting side by side with a communist. What about side by side with a comrade? No. China and Taiwan arguing over who the real China is. Bhutan deciding to recognize neither. History class. History homework. Drake? Yeah. Where is Napoleon? Pyotr Tchaikovsky seeing artillery used for warfare rather than music. You can't defeat me, I know. Reject modernity. Embrace tradition. Having a set plan to take Berlin. Let your highly competitive generals fight over who gets Berlin. Promise you won't cry, I promise. Today, 200 years ago, I died from stomach cancer. I won't cry. 10 US presidents, the FBI, the CIA and 638 assassination attempts. Fidel Castro. Che Guevara, American imperialism is bad. Soviet Union, yes. Che Guevara, what about Soviet imperialism? Whoa, hey pal, let's back it up a bit. The USA and USSR fighting to land on the moon first. Zambia trying to work out how to land on Mars. Almost every nation. A catastrophe. Blame the Jews. Got, so you know how some sins are unforgivable? Tower of Babel schematics. Irish man leaves Ireland to go to America for a better life. America bans alcohol. Promise you won't cry, I promise. The Ottoman Empire has been gone for over 100 years. I won't cry. Soldier lost a leg and bleeds to death. Medics, best I can do is morphine. Britain in 1917. Hey America, we just intercepted that Zimmerman telegram and you won't believe what it says. Germany, will you shut up man? Hawaiians killing Captain Cook cause he messed with them. Hawaiians giving his body high funeral honors cause they knew he was a chief and eventually returning it to his crew. Dictators when naming their countries. Democratic. Republic. Free. Peoples. British officer. You French fight for money while we British fight for honor. Surcouf. Sir, a man fights for what he lacks the most. Rich white kids visiting their doctors after finding out they have been drafted into Vietnam. Who are you? I lived in Virginia in 1609. Do you have the slightest idea how little that narrows it down? The katana, the most powerful sword in history, only in the anime or manga. Russian peasants in 16th century Moscow after their wooden city burns to the ground for like the 10th time in 100 years. Africa. European imperial powers. Help me, I'm being colonized. Ethiopia. Haha. Scotland. England. Help me, I'm being oppressed. Wales. Haha. Greeks after Euclid wrote the element of geometry. Angels. Brits normally on Cinco de Mayo. Brits when they realize Cinco de Mayo celebrates the French Empire losing to some Mexican farmers. The Spanish Inquisition was skeptical of accusations, required substantial evidence for trial, and was the first European court to deem forced confessions as being inadmissible. Voltaire and Monty Python. Unfortunately for you, history will not see it that way. How many people died during Battle of the Somme? Stop it, I'm trying to sleep. When you're a bear chilling in Iran, but now you're a private in the Polish army fighting in Italy. POV. You say the Confederacy had the right to leave the great US of A. How it started. How it's going. Making stable long-term economic policy. Following the guidance of a psychic during White House seances. Stop sign around the world. Stop sign in Germany. I finally found it, after 15 years. The Scroll of Truth. The Art of War is self-explanatory. Sun Tzu. Nien. People who think dictators are heroes. History is written by the victors. Historians who spend their lives researching history. What is my purpose? You are a buffer state between Brazil and Argentina. Dios mío. The two-party system leads to permanent despotism. I told you that 200 years ago. Think, America, think. How did the Holy Roman Empire actually work? Stop it, I'm trying to sleep. Germany declares war on France. Britain, that's a shame. Germany invades Belgium. Okay, now you have my attention. So, you're a history fan. That means you like paradox games? Me, you understand you just insulted my entire race of people. But yes. Damn bro. You got the whole Russian 267th Infantry Regiment laughing. Philip II of Macedon saying he would raise Sparta to the ground. If Sparta. American populace. American government. Help me, I'm being taxed. Great Britain. Haha. Germany calculating how much money in war reparations should Poland get. German logistics according to Werbus. With our motorized supply network we can easily bring up supplies for our 1,000-kilometer front. German logistics in reality. Why horse keep dying in mud? Black Death victim. Suffering from buboes, fever, cramps, chills, necrosis, seizures, gangrene and organ failure. Plague doctor after letting out some of their blood. No need to thank me. I lied. I don't have Netflix. Let's talk about Diocletian's 3rd century reforms. George de Hevesy, after sprinkling radioactive material on his leftovers to prove his landlady was recycling food. Lodging problems require radioactive solutions. Japanese kamikaze pilots, when they see an allied warship, I'm removing the speed limiter. When you have the nation's first national park, national forest, and national monument. Signature look of superiority. Sorry, this area is reserved for historians. Napoleon wasn't short. Oh, come on in. The Swedish Empire in 1658. The Swedish Empire in 1721. The war will be over by Christmas in 1918. POV. You are attending the funeral of Marie Antoinette. CIA operations, when a third world country had a new dictator in power. CIA operations, when the new dictators declared he is anti-communism. Karl Marx writing a book, The Entire Russian Empire. Average tank fan. Average armored train enjoyer. New password. Normal food, weak. New password. Prime Minister as food, strong. Favorite food. Pizza. Hamburger. Baguette. What about you? Prime Minister. Taiwan is not a country. Because it's the Republic of China. The skull. How ancient Greek reconstructed it. The animal. Trust me, I have to see your feet. I have to make sure your feet are clean. Tomatoes when they were first brought over from America. They're poison. 300 years later. You like tomatoes, don't you, Italy? Director of Wizard of Oz talking to the cast. Some of you may die, but that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. Yo, why are they farming? With no profit incentive. Thank you for watching this video. Tune in at 5 PM British time for a video of changing topic. And at 7 PM for daily juicy memes. Check out my Discord server using the link in the description. Also be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed the video and subscribe if you didn't already.